Hello students, today we will discuss about the product of the vectors. There are two kind of the vectors. One is the scalar product and second one is the vector product. Scalar product is also known as dot product and the vector product is also known as cross product. Scalar product is called so because the answer will be a scalar quantity. Multiplication of the two vectors will be a scalar quantity which have only magnitude. While in vector product it is called so because the product of the two vector quantity will also be a vector quantity. Now, how to find their magnitude and their direction? We will discuss here how to find the direction of a vector. There are two methods to find the direction. One is the right hand screw rule and second one is the right hand thumb rule. In the right hand screw rule, if the screw is placed perpendicularly to the two vector A and the B vector, if the A vector is rotated in anti-clockwise direction from A to B, then the result will be in the upward direction. Means vector have the direction upward. If you rotate the vectors in clockwise direction, then the result will be in the downward direction. Right? In case of right hand thumb rule, this is your right hand. Stretch the fingers of your right hand side, that the fingers will give the direction of the rotation and the thumb will give the direction of new vector. If you rotate it in the anti-clockwise direction, then result will be in the upward direction. If you rotate the two vectors in clockwise direction, then result will be in the downward direction. Right? Let us do how to find the magnitude. Product of vectors. There are two kind of product of vector. One is scalar product, which is also called dot product, and second vector is the vector product, which is also called the cross product. Right? Scalar product means the product of the two vector will be a scalar quantity. Scalar product is defined as product of the magnitude of the vector A and B and cosine of the angle between them. For example, scalar product is also known as dot product. The dot product of the vector A and the B is equal to the magnitude of the vector A, magnitude of the vector B, and cosine of the angle between these two vectors. Let A vector is represented by OP and B vector is represented by OQ. And theta is the angle between these two. So it becomes AB cos of theta. The magnitude of a vector can be written as simply A and the magnitude of the vector B is simply written as B. Note, A and B have the direction, but their dot product has no direction. A vector and B vector, both of these have the direction, but the result obtained by the dot product will not have any direction. So it is a scalar quantity and hence this product is called scalar product. For example, scalar R dot product of force and the displacement gives a new scalar physical quantity. For example, work. Work is a scalar quantity which is the product of the two vector quantities. Right? Now we have the properties of scalar product or dot product. Scalar product of properties of scalar product or dot product. Scalar product of two vector is always commutative, means A dot B is equal to B dot A. Second, scalar or dot product is distributed over the addition that is A dot B plus C is equal to A dot B plus A dot C. Third, dot are scalar product of the parallel vectors. We know that in the parallel vectors, angle is 0 degree, and dot product of the two parallel vector is product of the magnitude of A vector and the B vector and cosine of the angle between these two vectors, where theta is 0 degree and cos 0 is 1. So A dot B vector is equal to AB vector. Dot product of the two parallel vector is the product of the magnitude of the two vectors. Next we have dot product of the two equal vector. Equal vector means A vector and B vector both are same. So A dot A is equal to magnitude of A and cos of theta similar vectors के बीच angle 0 degree. So A square cos of 0 degree, cos 0 is again 1, so A square. Now I dot I unit vector is equal to 1, J dot J unit vector is also 1, K dot K unit vector is also 1. Because K unit vector is along the Z axis, J unit vector is along the Y axis, I unit vector is along the X axis. So a vector along the X axis and second vector is also along the X axis, the result will be 1 in the dot product. Dot product of two perpendicular vectors means rectangular components A vector and B vector. For the perpendicular vectors, angle is 90 degree as cos 90 is 0. So A dot B is equal to 0. I and J are two mutually perpendicular. J and K are also two mutually perpendicular, and K unit vector and the I unit vector is also two perpendicular vectors. So the vector product of the two perpendicular vector is 0. The dot product of the similar vector is 1 and two perpendicular vector is 0. Next, dot product of the anti-parallel vectors. A dot B anti-parallel vector, we know that angle is 180 degree and cos 180 is minus 1. So we get A vector dot B vector is equal to minus AB. Dot product of the vectors in terms of the rectangular component. How to find the dot product of the two vectors? This is very, very important. We have the two ways to perform this dot product. First of all, we have the simple method A dot B, right? A dot B. A vector A is represented as AX I unit vector, AY J unit vector plus AZ K unit vector. Dot B vector is represented by BXI unit vector, BYJ unit vector, BZ K unit vector. You have to multiply I vector with the I because I dot I is equal to 1, and you have to multiply J dot with the J vector and K vector with the K vectors, right? This is because I dot I, J dot J and K dot K is 1, and the other components like I dot J, J dot K, K dot I are equal to 0. So this is the simple method to multiply the two vector quantities. To find the dot product of the two vector quantity, multiply the I unit vector with the another I unit vector. So we get AX I unit vector into dot BX I unit vector. We get AX BX I dot I. AYJ vector dot AY BJ vector, J unit vector. We get AY BY J dot J, and AZK unit vector dot BZK unit vector. We get AZ BZK dot K unit vector. We know that I dot I is 1, J dot J is 1, K dot K is 1. So AX BX plus AY BY plus AZ BZ, right? And the second method is the longest method. For example, you have to find the A dot B, put the values of the A vector and the B vector. multiplied by these two vector. AXI unit vector with the whole of the B vector. AYJ vector with the whole of the B vector. AZK vector with the whole of the B vector. Now open this, we get AX BX I dot I plus AX BY J dot I dot J plus AX BZ I dot K unit vector. Next, AY BX I dot J vector, AY BY J dot J vector, AY BZ J dot K unit vector, AZ BX K dot I unit vector, AZ BY K dot J unit vector, AZ BZ means K dot K vector. So it remains I dot I, J dot J and K dot K, while I dot J, I unit vector cross K unit vector, I unit vector dot J unit vector, J unit vector dot K unit vector, K unit vector dot I unit vector, K unit vector dot J unit vectors are 0. So it becomes A dot B is equal to AX, BX plus AY, BY plus AZ, BZ. But for the simplicity, you have to done the numerical on the basis of this factor. I unit vector is multiplied by the I unit vector, J unit vector is multiplied by the J unit vector, and K unit vector is multiplied with the K unit vector, and find the result, right? Next we have the cross product, which is also known as vector product. It is also called the vector product because the result will be a vector quantity. The cross product of the two vector quantity will give a new vector which have both magnitude and direction. So it is called the vector product. Vector product is defined as the magnitude of the two vectors and the sign of the smaller angle between these two vectors. A cross B vector is equal to AB sin theta and n unit vector. Because the answer will be a vector, so it have the direction which is given by the n unit vector. Direction of the A cross B, direction of the new vector can be found by using the right hand screw rule or by using the right hand thumb rule, which I already explained in our previously. Right-handed screw rule held the screw with its axis perpendicular to the plane of the vector A and B and is rotated from the A to B through the small angle. Then the direction in which the screw advances gives the direction of the A cross B. If you rotate the screw anti-clockwise direction, then the direction of the new vector will be in outward direction. And if you rotate the vectors from B to A, then the new vector have the direction in downward direction. If you rotate clockwise, then it is upward. If you rotate anti-clockwise direction, then the direction will be upward. And if you rotate the clockwise direction two vectors, then the answer will be a downward direction, right? Now the right hand thumb rule. If we curl the fingers of the right hand side in such a way that the fingers will point the direction of the rotation and the thumb will give the direction of the new vector of A cross B. Next is the geometrical interpretation of the vectors of vector product of the two vector. Means, what is the meaning of the vector product of the two vector? Vector product of the two vectors will give the area of the parallelogram. How? Let us see. Let us take the A vector represented by OP and the B vector represented by OQ. Right? Theta is the angle between these two vectors. Now complete the parallelogram. We find that QOP is angle theta. Draw a perpendicular from Q to N. QN is perpendicular to OP. Magnitude of the cross product of the vector A and the B is AB sine theta n unit vector. AB is represented by OP, A is represented by OP, B is represented by OQ into sine theta. And the value of sine theta can be found in the by the trigonometric ratios in the triangle OAQ. Qn upon OQ is sine theta, and we get the value of ON, which is equal to OQ sine theta. We put this value in the first equation. We get A magnitude of the A cross B is equal to OP into OQ sine theta. OQ sine theta is replaced by ON. So we get OP into ON, which is the area of the parallelogram, right? Means magnitude of the cross product of the two vectors will give the area of the parallelogram. And half of the area of the parallelogram will give the area of the triangle. Now, example of the cross product. Cross product of position vector R and the force vector F will give a new vector torque. Means torque is equal to cross product of the two vector quantities, that is R cross F. Now, properties of the cross product. Cross product of the two vectors is not commutative. Means A cross B is not equal to B cross A, while A cross B is equal to minus of B cross A. Second, cross product of the vector is distributed over the addition. Scalar product is also distributed over the addition. A cross B plus C, A cross B plus A cross C. Cross product of the two parallel vectors. We know that angle between the parallel vector is 0 degree. So A cross B vector is equal to AB sine 0. Sine 0 is 0. So the A cross B of the two parallel vector is 0. Cross product of two equal vectors. A cross A, again the angle between them is 0 degree, is equal to 0. I cross I is 0, J cross J is 0, K cross K is 0. But in case of scalar product, I dot I is 1, J dot J is K 1, K dot K is 1. Cross product of the two vectors, two perpendicular vectors. In perpendicular angle is 90 degrees, so we get A cross B vector is equal to AB sine 90 n unit vector, which is equal to AB n unit vector. There are the A cross B in case of the two mutually perpendicular vector. For example, I cross J will give the K unit vector. Here I unit vector is along the x-axis, J unit vector is along the y-axis, and K unit vector is along the z-axis. Now anti-clockwise product I cross J will give the answer K. J cross K will give the answer I unit vector, right? And I and K unit vector cross I unit vector will give the answer J unit vector. This is very, very important how to apply this. Second is the clockwise product. J cross I will give the minus K. I cross K will give the minus J. K cross J will give the minus I. Next, we have cross product of two anti-parallel vectors. A cross B is equal to AB sine 180. Sine 180 is 0. So the cross product of the two anti-parallel vector is also 0. There are the two methods to find the vector product. One method is very complex, so we use the simple method to find the cross product. In case of the to find the cross product, put the value of A vector and the B vector. A vector is represented by AXI unit vector, AYJ unit vector, AZK unit vector. and B vector is represented by Bxi unit vector, Byj unit vector, Bzk unit vector. First of all, write the ijk and write the component of A vectors and write the component of V vector. Now, first of all, there is the I unit vector. In the order to find the I unit vector, you have to hide the first row and the first column and the first row. Right? Hide these. This ijk and ax and bx. You have ay, az, by, bz. So in place of the in case with the I, there is the ay, az, by, bz. Next, in case of the j, you have to put the minus sign. Now, hide the column of j and the row of j. Means you have to hide the this and hide the above. Right? You hide this column and this row. You have the ax and bz, az and bx. Put these values here. Next, to find the k, you have to put the plus sign with the k. Now hide the column, this last column, this and this row, ijk wali row. You have becomes ax, ay, bx, by. Now we have, along with the I, we have to multiply ay with the bz. We have to cross multiply here. Ay bz minus by az, ay bz minus az by I unit vector. Next we have minus j unit vector, ax az, bx bz. Put the values here and plus k unit vector, ay, you have to multiply like that and put the minus sign between these two. Now ax by and minus bx ay. By doing this, you can find the value of the A cross B. Now numericals can be done on the basis of by a second rule, which is the very complex. So हम नहीं कर रहे हैं इसको. न्यूमेरिकल हम कल करेंगे. ओके, थैंक यू बेटा.